Hello. I'm going to make a recording today of my Emacs workflow. So this is going to be a random-ish recording. It just shows you my Emacs workflow. So there is something I want to do, and I'm gonna show you that. But first, let's go to. I want to turn on my keyloggers. So let's just turn it on. So the point here is that I'm going to work, and so you can see my workflow. That's a point. This is not a tutorial, but there are not many workflow kind of videos. So that workflow is good to watch. If It's nice to watch if you have Emacs coworkers. But if you don't have Emacs coworkers, then you can see that's a point of the workflow. You can see how I access directories, uh, uh, rename files, just in general, like switch projects and stuff. So first of all, I'm going to turn on the keylogger. So I'm gonna call list. So I have this package. It's in my local directory. So I believe this is a package. So let's run it. I just eval buffered it. So okay, so how do I turn it on? So okay, here is the command. I think okay, so that's incorrect. So wait, so what's going on? Copy that and call it. Okay, call it without the period. Okay, so that's it. Then you have to turn it on. Let's see. Okay, you have to. Yeah. Okay, this is only for local. Wait, why is it not showing? Okay, so I'm running into problems, but that is the point. I have tried to do a video before of workflow, and usually what happens is that something like I like to demonstrate for I think might take just 1 minute, but it ends up taking 10 minutes because all the little problems you have to go through. But that's real life. That's how things are when you actually work on things. So right now, I just want to turn on this package, which lets you see all the commands. Any commands I call, it'll show up in real time. But okay, so let me see. So what's going on? So okay, let's go here. I switch buffer. So this is my message buffer. So it says it's not a valid command name. So did I load it? And try it again. Oh, okay. So now it's working. Is it? If it's working, then if I delete some things, it should show. So okay, I remember there's issues. So this is how I get to my init file. So let's list matching lines. Okay, blogger util, no. Okay, I just have to think. So there are two files here. Log command. Now this is the old package, I think. Let's see. Because I remember there's a newer version. Like every time I try to turn this on, I always have some problems. The old versions got problems. The new versions got problems. So the issue I remember is that to see the log buffer. Oh, I don't have it on. So of course, how idiotic. So MWE, yeah, because I don't have the mod on. That's why when I run this command, it's trying to show the log buffer, but the mod is not even on. Sorry, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. So to see the log buffer, do that, and you need to. So this is a command to turn it on. Yes. Okay. Uh, now I show the log buffer. Yes. Yes. There it is. So now is this global? No, it's not global. Yeah. So that, you see, it only works for that buffer. So this is really annoying. So um, there's a global command I remember, glob glob. No. Okay, so brainless whacking the keys doesn't work. I have to actually think about it and read stuff. Okay, so this add-on can be used to Emacs demo. Activate keystrokes get logged into a designated buffer. To enable, use that log keyboard commands. I already enabled it. To see the log buffer, call that command, but global. But where is the, okay, let me turn on the new window. So I mean a new frame, Emacs frame, which to me is just a new window. And so a new window, I want to switch to the log buffer here. Okay, I remember. Yeah, lots of problems with this package, because you see it creates a buffer here called command log, but actually the buffer is hidden, so you cannot even see it in the you cannot switch to it. So it's extremely idiotic. And right now my problem is I want to turn it on globally. I remember I struggled before with it. Okay, so what is the, so to be sure it's working in this buffer, but it's not working in this buffer. So it's not working globally. So open command log buffer. What? Okay, command log buffer. So kill it. Do you want to save? No. Can we do that again? Okay, so you can, instead of switching to the buffer, you can always just call that command to show it. But I need to enable it for all buffers, and I remember I had this problem before, and there's a solution. This add-on can be used to demo Emacs. Okay, so maybe the old, right? This, I think, yeah, this is the old version. There's a new version. I think the old version does not support global, enable globally. So let's go to, well, in this case, let's just go to my Emacs directory. I don't want eShell actually. So this is the way I navigate to my Emacs directory. then you want to go to alpa is the packages, then just search for log. Okay, so this is a new version. That's the version I want to use. I tried to avoid, actually I wanted to write my own, but a few years ago, because this shouldn't be too hard, all you have to do is the key thing to log command is let me show you. There's a variable called this command, and if you see the documentation, you can see its value is okay. So the documentation, this command now being executed. Basically, this is a variable, and the value of that variable is whatever the command you just called. So you can just for example, let's see, message, yes, oops, you just suppose this is your Lisp code, so you just evaluate this line, and where's my messages? Okay, well, it shows, you see, you just evaluate that line and you print it to the message buffer, and it's printed here. So that means the command I just called is eval last six. That's exactly what it is because I just called that command to evaluate this line. So I mean that's the essence. I mean, and there's also there's some complexities. There's also this variable real this command. This is like this command, except that command should never modify it. The reason for this is that some command, when you call it, for example, some command they are kind of like wrappers. So when you call it, you don't want that command to be, the last command. You want actually, whatever it wraps to or alias to be the real thing. Yeah, that situation turns up. So there's also this one. But basically, this is the variable you want to write this log command in real time. So I tried to write it a few years ago, and after 10 minutes I ran into some problems, but problems about something about printing it out to the buffer I forgot. So but I never continued, so that's why. So anyway, let's just go back to turn this on. So yeah, so this is a newer version. So originally there's an old version written by Michael Weber, very old, from 2004. Then other people modified it. But okay, so this new version. So okay, now what we want to do is we want to restart Emacs. Save buffer entitled no. That's my master then. Okay, let's go back to. So I'm using a Mac. So on the Mac, that's how I start my Emacs from the terminal. I start my Emacs a few times a day because it's actually the most efficient way to clean everything. I mean, theoretically. Well, anyway, let's move on with this. So okay, I want to restart my Emacs because well, because I've already loaded the old one, and if I load the new one, it's going to have problems because I know that because I tried it before. I loaded the old one and I tried the new one and something went wrong, so I just restart. So now I have this. I just restarted. Now I eval buffer, so I have this buffer content evaluated, and now I just follow the instructions to enable do that. Okay, so now let's call that command. Now it's enabled. wait, global. Let's see if there's a define minor mod. Okay, I think that's the one. So wait a second. So let me open a new one, put it there, and how do I show the log? Okay, to enable use that to see log buffer, call this, right? So I'm just gonna call that. So there it is. Close that. Wait. So reopen it. Yeah. What? Shit. So this is another annoying thing. It won't let me use my keys. All my keys doesn't work now in this buffer. So I cannot, like, for example, right now I'm trying to switch to my previous buffer and stuff, and it won't let me. It says Windows is strongly dedicated to this buffer. It's shit. You know what? In my opinion, when you write Emacs stuff, you don't want to restrict users' freedoms, shall we say, because whatever Emacs user have their keys or whatever, you don't want to restrict it. So you want everything to be generic as possible. So, for example, this is a buffer. So in this case, it's a special buffer because it doesn't. Can you still call the command? You can, but doesn't like it doesn't let you switch out. Change keys and stuff. I mean, your keys doesn't work. So you see, because it's special, and if you look at the buffer list log, you see it's not even there. It's not there. This one is the directory, you see. So it's a special hidden buffer. The only way to turn it on is to call this open command log buffer. So that's not good, because normally if you are habituated, how to switch buffers, the Emacs system. So you thought, oh, this is a buffer name, this is a name, command log. You can just switch to it and command log, and then but you don't see it because it's made to be hidden. So I don't like those kind of things. So that's why I have a strong desire to uh, create my own. But anyway, here it's already there. So right now I have it turned on only for this buffer. You see, only like when I click somewhere, or go back, go forward, but doesn't work here because it's designed so that there's also enabled globally. So let's what was command? Okay, this is a command. So first of all, I disabled it, and now I want to enable it globally. So now it should, you see, okay, go back here. You see, now it's good. So that's good. So finally, finally, so now I can close that buffer. Finally, we have it on. So what I want to do is go to my Emacs blog. So this is my Emacs blog. I just wrote a new item today, September 18th. So Emacs may ask, okay, many people ask for queue align behavior in software keys, and it's been added a few months ago. So, but some people didn't know. So now, for example, my cursor is here. I can press the key and queue line. You see that command shows here. Let's try it again. Undo. I move my cursor here. Let's say here, and do it. You see, So the key is space I. Space I is actually I'm using Vorax. So on QWERTY keyboard is space G when you are in command mode. Okay, so let's put it back. So, but actually, what I want to do. So this is my new blog. But what I want to do is to. So I have this command. So I press a key, and this is blog.xml. This is my RSS feed. So I press a key and this feed gets added to here. You see that part. So let's close this, don't save. You see, so this is my new blog section. You can see now, but I need to add to the RSS. So I just call this command and it's here. It's a new item. And so, okay, so okay, but what is it you want to do? But let me show you. You see, this entry doesn't have a heading. Like this is a heading. Emacs delete selection mod as default. You sometimes I do have a heading. So for example, let's do key line behavior in flat keys. Okay, let's modify it. Modify keys. You can do key line. Yeah, that way it's more readable to people. So now I added a heading and I want to add to the RSS feed. You see now the title is automatically filled and the heading is added here, H3. But actually I don't want this part to be there because I noticed that well, it's kind of redundant because there's already the title, but I added that because okay, let's save it. Let's save this and view it in browser. Okay, you can view browser here. You see the header becomes bold. That's why I added it. Because well, sometimes you click on that and your browser doesn't have RSS readers or something. You turn it off. These headings helps you to see which one is the new one. Otherwise, it's all just text. But but however, I noticed that in in some readers, if you have the heading, it repeats. For example, from this is Emacs RSS aggregator. It repeats twice. This part is the title, and this part is the my H3 heading. So I thought let's remove that. Okay, so let's do that. So my this code, you see the command I called to do that is yeah. The command I call is Xamic atom entry, which is somewhere there. Okay, another problem. It won't let me select anyway. Yeah, I was saying there's another problem with this special buffer because right now I want to go here. I want to select this line, and normally my key is just this key. It won't let me do it. But instead I have to okay, maybe what happened is that my command, I try to select the line, it actually works, but because it's keep adding stuff, so it just removes it right away. So anyway, this is a command I want to call. So this is a trick. This is a trick to save you time in opening files. Like whenever you have a command, uh, um, So this is the command, and this is the key I have for it. Delete space E, and so whenever you know a key or a command name, you can jump to the file easily without using bookmarks and stuff. And so that's how I jump to all my Emacs Lisp code files. So for example, I just describe key, and this is the one, press tab, and there it is. So I'm ready to modify this command. So narrow to region h3. So there it is. This is where I add the h3. So if string match h3, then let's see. Okay, this is the title text. We don't want to do the title text. Okay, so there's only one instance of h3 here. So let's search for title text. Okay, so I see what's going on. It's problematic. What happens is that if I call this command, it does not actually try to add this h3. Rather, what happens is that it just grabs between the sections, and ignore the date line, and then whatever is in between is just, it should just get inserted. So if I don't want this h3 line, then I have to actually write code. I don't want to write code. so let's let it be for now. Well, since I'm doing a video, why not? It will be disappointing if I don't. Okay, so open last one. So let's try to okay, so it's gonna take a while though. It's going to maybe 10 minutes. Where is it? Make atom entry. So make a backup first. Narrow to region. So okay, input string, converted string of boolean attribute. Okay, so it's somewhere here. So input string cursor text. I'm trying to find insert atom entry, title text, new item ID. Okay, input string is the part we want. Okay, this part is okay, ignore that. Buffer substring no properties. Right, you see the code here, it's trying to find the beginning of section and the end of a section and set it to P1 and P2. That's the beginning and end positions. Then you grab them by buffer substring no properties. Then here we do some transformation on the input string, because if you want valid XML, then you need to, there's some tags that's not allowed in video and other things. It's fairly complicated, the web technology. So anyway, so what I want to do is insert input string. Let's see, insert go while. Okay, so let's just do that. go char point min. Okay, and search forward h3. I'm just gonna write a simple one, no boundary and no error, yes. So no boundary, yes, no error, yes. Wait, bound nil, no error, true, count, ignore. So search forward, then line beginning, line beginning position. Wait, beginning of line. That's what I want. Yes, C code. Go to the beginning of line and actually just delete the whole line. Search forward and okay, not kill line. Kill line is the command for it's a Emacs command. It's a high level command. Underneath, it's fairly complicated. Actually, you can see, it's doing a bunch of things. So usually, it's best to not use those when in Emacs Lisp code. You want to use something simple. So, for example, let's do this. Delete region, position 1, and this beginning line beginning position, right? Line end position. That's right. So that does what I want. It just delete that line. We make some assumptions, like we assume h3 and is on a line by itself, which may not be the case, but usually it is the case. It's a case for my blog anyway. So that should be it. And press a button. So let's press a button and reformat everything. So that's it. And let's eval define. So this command is evaluated. So let's close the buffer, save it. Let's try it again. There it is. Great. So you see, I don't have the h3 anymore. But there's another problem. You see, normally the title is automatically added from the h3, but now it's gone because, okay, close this, don't save. Open last, open last. Now it's not there because you remove it. I removed it. So what happened? So I should do this. So get the title text first, then you do the transform on the input string. So that's good. Eval it, close, save, close, try again. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm taking already what, half an hour, something like that. So that's good. So that's what I want. And now what I have to do is just upload it, and it's gonna upload. Okay, done. So blog, yes. Well, there it is. There it is. This one. Yeah. So without the header lines, it's hard to read if you actually want to read the raw XML files. But so I don't know. I may revert it back in the future. So anyway, so this is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I may do more. I'm thinking of doing more videos, like one video every 2 days, something like that. So the idea is that um, you know it's a good thing to do videos regularly, and I can be chatty and on any topics people are interested. So yeah, whenever discussion comes up, like in Emacs, on Twitter or on Reddit, and because I try to make it every time I try to make a video. I try to think, have a master plan, and to do a perfect one like Emacs Lisp tutorial or Software Keys tutorial, and it always ends up not very good. Not very good. So anyway, I'll start to do these chatty videos. I hope so regularly. So anyway, so if you like it, do a thumbs up or something. I'm gonna put this on YouTube, yeah, because otherwise, I find that I write a lot, and 10 people read it, and then it's discouraging. Discouraging, and what's the point? So thank you. See you then.